Crunchy.
Ooh.
Hello, Crunch Committee. My name is Levi Out Loud. Call me Levi. Call me Loud. Just don't call me out. We are back with another reaction to another Death Battle episode. Thank you, Just Chat from Inside Thoughts Productions, for joining me. And I see you brought a guest. If you would like to introduce him or
I
have
sure
him.
will. Thank you, Levi. So, as you can see in my house, there's Jonah. And Jonah fits in the house, as you can see. And Jonah is, the reason why I brought him today is to help out with all of the things that I don't know. There's a lot of characters that we always come across in these death battles that I have no idea what's going on. But
unfortunately, the episode he brings me into is My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen, which happen to be the two animes I have not watched yet. By chance. But no, I'm here for it. I've actually watched a couple of these death battle things. I didn't know that that's what this was. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so I brought him for his expertise, and now we know that he has none on this episode.
Well,
you know, I mean, go ahead.
I mean that's all and fine. With this death battle, I didn't think it was possible, given that these two characters have the ability to basically destroy things with a single touch. That's essentially what these two characters are about.
Okay.
One's a super, yeah.
Like One Punch Man level destroy things with a single touch, or like
one person touches you, which is Shigaraki, and he turns you basically the infinity dust. You know how Thanos made people turn to dust?
Yeah.
He can basically do that with a touch.
What the?
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
And then Mahito, he can touch you, and by touching you, he can shape your soul and can turn you to like a disfigured monster or something like that, you know? And basically make you blow up. So
are these superheroes?
Well, one's a super villain, and the other one's
anti-hero.
Accursed, or demon, whatever you want to call it.
Both of you probably dumb as hell, but I'm ready.
But I'm gonna go for my man because he usually gets he's like a what's the word? Congregation or like abomination of a whole bunch of superpowers. So I'm going for my man Shigaraki. You know, I actually got that figure off a raffle, but I'm gonna go with my man Shigaraki. I think he's got it. Even though Mahito has like a domain expansion, which is like a little mini portable dimension that he can summon. But I don't know. We'll see. Let's go to analysis, see what you guys think. But that's just a layman's terms.
I've heard Justin's on a winning streak.
I am.
So I'm gonna go with your vote of Shigaraki. And
I didn't say I was
bring
going.
some good luck. No.
I didn't say I was going for Mahito. I just said I don't know who I'm going for yet. I know nothing about either of these characters.
Well, who are you going for?
I don't know yet. I don't know because I've seen My Hero Academia. I've seen one season because I told Levi I would only watch it with him.
Okay.
So I've seen one season.
But whoever Justin votes for, I'm going for the other guy.
I don't. You know what? I'm just gonna make the decision now. I'm gonna go with Mahito.
Mahito, okay, all right. Well, let's go with the analysis. Mahito's.
Shigaraki versus Mahito.
The symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Tenko Shimura was just a sweet, shy boy who loved superheroes.
But sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet shy boys.
Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits until he activated his inherent superpower.
It wasn't something cool like flight or super strength. In his terror, he accidentally killed his whole family. Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional.
Tenko wandered the streets alone, silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a hero was there to save him. But instead, the only open hand he found belonged to the devil.
All for one. the greatest supervillain in history.
He took Tenko under his wing, feeding a hatred of everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his League of Villains in destroying Hero Society.
With that came a new name, Tomura Shigaraki, and an absolutely nightmarish quirk, Decay. It does what it says on the tin. Anything Shiggy touches with all 5 fingers turns to dust. The perfect power for someone who just wants to destroy.
Man.
Pretty menacing, if not for that dorky-ass costume. I get it, hands are his thing, but come on. They just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands
What?
from his family that he killed.
Oh, I
attached
forget
to
about
his
that.
face,
Yeah.
and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
Okay.
What kind of trauma
His use
bonding?
of decay started off relatively weak.
I mean-
It rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came to his own.
Decay isn't even limited to whatever
Hey.
he's touching. Anything that touches something he's decaying also decays.
Spreading like an all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything from an enormous tower to an entire city.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to something vital.
After years of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival, the #1 hero, All Might.
Only to fall flat on his face.
Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well,
Cringe. Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in
He
real
does play
life
League of
in
Legends.
front of normies.
but
That's
they say
canon.
defeat is
Oh,
the
he
greatest
plays League of
teacher of
Legends
all.
with the villain.
Only through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction.
Right as All Might's new protege, Izuku Midoriya, was coming into his own as well.
These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations.
Especially when All Might and All For One double KO'd each other, leaving Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself.
And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped up. He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations to create the Paranormal Liberation Front, thousands of new soldiers for his personal army.
All to impress All For One's personal quack, Dr. Mahito, who spent months upgrading Shigaraki's body to make it more like his sensei's. It might have been constant agony, but Shiggy went from Chud to Chad.
Ujiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd power.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 24 miles into the sky. We've calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of TNT, almost as much as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
And Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
And he's
Oh.
tough enough to survive Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch. Now the new name for my penis. Move over, Gigantico Megastorm. Anyway, it also made a blast so big it showed him against the curvature of the Earth.
Though he might seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
So Decay became? Oh shit, more hands!
Oh,
Shigaraki
yeah,
can
that's his
spontaneously generate
body.
flesh into existence, seemingly oceans of it in an
What?
instant, whenever he wants. He can even use it as a type of armor to defend himself in close combat.
But that's nothing compared to Ujiko's greatest gift. Shigaraki wanted to be the new All For One. So what better way than the old man's quirk?
All For One's quirk, All For One, allows its user to steal and store quirks with just a touch.
And All For One has hundreds of them stored up, collected over the years.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit, a vestige.
Kinda like a piece of their soul. They exist in this kinda psychic world in Shigaraki's body, and can even act as a spiritual defense should it be invaded.
And with those vestiges came quirks like super fast healing, air blasts, radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
He can even combine multiple quirks together, like in this big-ass electric Kamehameha.
However, any vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire. They're also sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally dropped. Because Shigaraki also got All For One's vestige, that means All For One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Shigaraki's entire existence was planned from the beginning.
Yeah, so he has other shit
Why?
too. Right?
Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tenko's grandmother.
Oh, that's a mess with All Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated Shigaraki's entire life, all for one purpose: to create a soul so corrupted it would grind away at All Might's perfect world, allowing All For One to take full control.
But All For One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process, all to fight his rival Deku one last time.
Despite Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone. His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
And the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All For One's grudge for good.
All that Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be, and not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For just that one moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life, the one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who tried to save him.
Yeah.
This battle is
It's not related.
So what do you guys think about Shigaraki?
Man, you just a little bitch that needs some therapy. I think the other dude's gonna win. Mahito is my hero.
Mahito is your hero.
That on a shirt.
If Justin's gonna get handsy with Mahito, that's fine. I'm gonna stick with Shigaraki. Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, no reason. No reason at all.
So we know that he can basically, if 5 fingers touch you, he can basically turn into dust. He can turn
So
the environment around him into dust as well. He has so many different power-ups because he's a culmination of all those. I just think Shigaraki's got this. And we just saw that he has a whole bunch of hands coming out of him. So there's that.
Man, just watch Mahito throw these hands.
Mahito's about to catch these hands is what's gonna happen.
He's getting a little bit handsy with these puns.
Both y'all need to stop.
Ever since Cain slew his brother Abel and wetted his fields with his blood, man's greatest fear has been his fellow man.
But what if this fear took on a life of its own?
What if all that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed, forming, over time, a living being fueled by malice, which believes in nothing but the law of the jungle?
Well, then you'd have the special grade curse with the patch face, Mahito. Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster curse when I've had too many mojitos.
Mahito is one of the deadliest beings to ever afflict mankind. He's no mere mortal, though, but a cursed spirit. Innumerable spirits exist, weaker or stronger, depending on the amount of anxieties, jealousies, hatreds, and fears humans feel about them.
Like the fear of locusts, kind of weak. Or the fear of smallpox, getting stronger. Or the fear of fire. Oh, goodbye, Tokyo.
So it follows that mankind's fear of itself would be extremely powerful. Those negative emotions manifest as Mahito, a being composed of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used to make spirits way stronger, faster, and tougher than any normal human. And it's invisible, making curses like Mahito impossible for the untrained eye to see. Only a life or death situation can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
That also makes cursed spirits virtually immune to physical damage. They may be physically present in space, but can only be harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like cursed energy.
Which makes curses insanely hard to get rid of, like ghosts, cockroaches, or my ex. That's why you need a jujutsu sorcerer to come in and kaizen the shit out of them. They call it exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But Mahito was special. You see, most curses are basically dumb animals, but Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other special grade disaster curses to wreak havoc upon the world. In fact, they made Mahito their leader.
And even more frightening than intelligence and bloodlust, Mahito possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed by the tragic meaninglessness of interhuman conflict,
That's
Mahito
gonna
is
be
an existential
useful in the battle.
nihilist,
Philosophy.
believing in nothing but his own will.
Don't know.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, and
I
Mahito
almost had to
is the
repeat
wolf.
7th grade because of
Also
philosophy.
makes him kind of a goofball. If nothing matters, why not have fun with the slaughter? Really get your steps in. He loves to dig around and toy with your emotions like a cartoon character before slitting your throat.
An appropriate analogy, considering his curse technique, idol transfiguration.
Using his cursed energy, Mahito can control anyone's soul with just a touch, including his own. In fact, he's so good at manipulating his own soul that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
In Jujutsu Kaisen, the soul and the body share an immutable connection. Whatever happens to the former affects the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shapeshift his body into literally anything he wants, like Play-Doh. He can turn his limbs into blades or clubs, grow wings like a bird or fins like a fish, reform his body around
They ain't gonna
injuries,
help him.
or even create
Look.
clones.
Curse users are naturally alarmed by their own ability. Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
And since he's
turned that
attacking your
man to a
soul,
sword.
those physical wounds
Did
are
a sword
going to
just
be
come out this
impossible to
man's
heal.
neck?
Even
Does
if his
he feel
alteration
that?
isn't directly fatal, the
That's the
human
guy-
body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
All that with one touch. God, I thought herpes was bad.
His powers mean Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable dolls that he can gleefully experiment on. The more casualties, the better, especially if he gets to break your spirit first and watch you suffer.
Even more twisted is when he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity, essentially a giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Yeah.
Mahito is unbelievably creative with his application of idol transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently
Green
keeps
Lantern
experienced
and
sorcerers on the back foot.
Great.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse
The way he
techniques,
turns these people
like
is
the Black
disgusting.
Flash.
By applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort, exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
Not only does this hurt like a mother, it restores your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
And would require reflexes moving nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. It's no surprise then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle of sorcerer techniques,
so this is the
domain expansion.
Yeah,
Oh,
domain
shit.
expansion.
More hands! A domain is like a barrier of cursed energy, but if you're caught inside, Mahito can use idol transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
Oh,
It's
man.
called the
Look at all those
self-embodiment
hands.
of perfection.
We're gonna be
The
playing patty
ultimate
cake
expression
together.
of Mahito's absolute control over his victim's body and soul. The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all living things, blah, 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 he also had a curse
Well, sure
inside of him.
did.
The king
There was no
of
like,
curses.
it was like a full-on.
Mahito's ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that.
Never
No
actually
surprise,
seen somebody
it
like
kicked
punch
Mahito's
somebody.
ass,
Oh,
forcing
straight
Patchface
in
to
front
fight with a
of you.
handicap whenever
That
facing
is,
his pink-haired menace.
Yuji's belief in the value of human life flew directly in the face of the world that Mahito knew to be cruel and meaningless. So he made it his mission to crush Yuji's spirit before killing him, murdering his friends, defiling their corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor capable of reducing the city of Shibuya to ash.
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
And Mahito can take as good as he can give, especially when, in the throes of struggle against Yuji, he evolved, unlocking a vastly more powerful form, the instant body of distorted killing.
Complete with armored exoskeleton and arm blades, this was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into, a true blight on all mankind.
It wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So he tucked tail and ran away like a bitch. And what do you know? Life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful.
That's what we're
the
about to do in
second
this
it
battle,
looked like
bro.
it was about to end.
All that gleeful nihilism, just a bitter hypocrisy in the end.
Wonder
For
what happened
him,
for
maybe,
his
but
childhood.
Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of another human being's soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees. Hey, do you see that join button? Yeah.
All right. Well, so we heard the analysis, guys. What we thinking?
I'm keeping my boy Mahito. I think he has a good run for his money. And they didn't talk about his childhood.
Oh,
I'm just
so we staying stubborn. We staying stubborn. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I didn't know we staying stubborn.
You
But
have
all right.
childhood, it forges you in fire. I'm sticking with Shigaraki.
No.
Okay, he gonna fight hard.
Mahito ain't got to do shit. He just fucks shit up for no fucking reason. Doesn't have a reason for it. That means he is all out every single day. There's nothing holding him back. You know, Shigaraki sounds like a soy sauce.
Levi, can you remind him that Mahito ran away?
Mahito did run
Yo,
away.
he ran away 'cause he didn't want to kill nobody, all right? He didn't want to kill his worst enemy. It's like Batman not killing Joker.
What?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, it's like Batman not because Batman doesn't want to kill Joker. You know,
Mahito
because
killed a lot of people.
but he didn't kill his worst enemy. He just ran away. You know why? Because he didn't want to kill him.
Because he lost.
He wanted the
Because he
challenge.
lost.
No,
Because he lost. What are
wanted-
you talking about?
He wanted to still. He had the possibility of killing him, but he was like, "No, I need to find him in another day."
You know what? We heard that Mahito lost. I don't remember hearing that Shigaraki has lost yet.
No, they just saying that. They're just saying that. Shigaraki, he lost.
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
I mean, I won't spoil anything about Shigaraki, but Shigaraki has taken, some losses. So has Mahito.
Go on.
But I think only thing Mahito got for him is his domain expansion. That's all he has for him. So but I feel like Shigaraki's got enough quirks to combat that. But let's go and find out, guys. Let's find out.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the
I'm going
data
for the
through all
supervillain.
possibilities.
League of Supervillains.
It's time for a death battle!
It's all about this guy right here, right? All about this guy. They already started.
Very strong.
I don't even know why this is happening right now.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me. Do I want to be king of the social rejects? How about I bring them your head instead?
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition. Sick of them.
Oh, no moves? Okay.
He's already bringing in help, huh?
No. He was like, handle my lightweight. That's what happened just now.
No. That was just the appetizer for him. Look at that.
He didn't even sweat.
Game over.
He needed some warm-up time. He was like,
What happened to your lips?
Actually, just see
What
that.
happened to your lips, dog?
grab the hip lip.
That's your man.
God, how lame.
There's no.
Oh, I thought the train was about to
Oh, come on, Shigaraki. Yeah, start.
Damn it, was
Did I get the part?
There's that.
What?
Decay.
awful lot happened just now.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, go! Come on, let's do it.
Slap box, let's go.
That all you got?
Domain expansion.
Fuck!
Oh,
You know he was gonna use it.
well, hold on.
I can
I feel like we got a way out of this.
Scared little
Got a way out of
boy
this.
Daddy is mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
Oh shit! All for one is stuck it up.
I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way.
Oh, he's about to run.
That ain't even. Yo, my dude.
You grow up.
What did I say, Wiz?
Holy
Like a
shit.
bitch.
With their complex power sets, this match was a
GG.
puzzle to figure out, which is why we're breaking it down to 3 categories: physical stats, survivability, and their powers.
But first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito? He's an invisible curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different, and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios. And with the search quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster curses being able to destroy entire cities with their cursed energy, Shigaraki scaling to Deku and Bakugo meant he was calculably millions of times stronger.
He was faster too, considering he could react to light beams while
Yeah,
Mahito's
you know what?
black flash
Going
gets
into
out at
Jujutsu
nearly
Kaisen,
1,000 times the
and
speed
compared
of
to
sound.
other
Nothing to
universes,
scoff at,
they're
but
really
Shiggy
weak.
was thousands of times faster.
A lot of
Shigaraki
fucked up
takes
shit
stats.
happens.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super easy.
However, Mahito is a curse and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Which presents a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
Or would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over all the years, but none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idle transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him. Sure,
I
each
did
one
not
down
think
means he
about
loses a
Holy
quirk,
fuck.
but that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay, especially considering how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Mahito may be made of spirit energy, but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge. It was a unique duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Nothing else to say. You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
GG's. He should have said GG's at the end. You know, he's a gamer. He should have said GG's at the end.
Oh, you're right. He should have. That would have been great since he was unironically uses gamer terms.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
It's canon. It's canon in the manga. Shigaraki says that he plays League of Legends.
Should have called him a noob too.
Called him a noob. So
Stupid.
What's going on, Justin? You simmering back there?
This fight was stupid. Let me just say this. I didn't know either characters. Okay, I should have gone with at least something. I've never seen Jujutsu Kaisen. I've only seen My Hero Academia. I should have picked My Hero Academia. I took a lucky guess, and my lucky guess was wrong.
It's an unlucky guess.
It was wrong. Okay. So I'm never doing that again. I'm always going to go with the person I know. Remember Bowser versus Eggman? I got Bowser right. I've been correct every time but twice.
3 times.
This is the third.
Fourth time then.
No, not 4.
Let's see. It was Among Us. Among Us, Kratos. Okay, I guess maybe 3 times.
Exactly. I know what I'm talking about. So this is only 3, all right? And if I can get 5 more in a row, it just resets. It's like 6.
All right. But overall, I enjoyed the battle. What you guys think of the battle?
That was fun, stupid.
I mean, I liked it. Like I legit had my moments where no, the exchanges were clean and it was fun to follow. And there was one moment where I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I think I haven't watched either of them. So it was like 2 super introspective, like soul fights through different dimensions happening at the same time, and I was like, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
You're right. It was a good fight. I will say that. It was a really good fight. Still belongs on some soy sauce, but
I got really excited because in the battle they do sort of like a little reference because he tried doing that to one character, the domain expansion, but the demon inside this one dude kind of counteracted it, and you know it didn't work. So Shigaraki sort of has all for one and a whole bunch of other souls inside him. So it just kind of like it was a really great nod to it, and I really enjoyed it. I really wasn't expecting this battle to go for so long. I thought it was just like, oh, I touch you, you're dead, you know. But let's see what's on the table for the next death battle.
Next time on Death Battle.
Rip and tear. Yo, dude! It's gonna
Subscribe
Master
and
Chief
join as a
versus
member.
Doomslayer. Okay.
Can I join you guys for the next one? I know both of those.
I do too. And my goal is always Master Chief. I know both of these characters. I love Master Chief. I'm never going against my boy. My boy is always Master Chief. I can talk about it more on the next one, but Master Chief, my dude. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna have to sleep on this one.
Doom is winning. Doom is winning. Master Chief does not stand a chance against Doom. I'm sorry.
Dude, Doom fights demons.
Master Chief fights big ass aliens.
Demons, though. Demons.
He fights demons.
I gotta stay with my boy. There's a reason why they put these two together, all right? And there has to be a certain amount of equalism to them.
Oh, you know what? I think this is a rematch as well. This is a
And
rematch.
who won the first one?
Master Chief.
Well, then if it's a rematch, there must be new information.
Yes, this match. The match was like maybe 10 years ago.
Okay.
You don't remember Superman and Goku, do you? Actually, I think Master Chief is a little weaker. He's gotten on the weak side since they haven't had it in games. Oh shit! I might have to go with Doomslayer. I don't want to go with Doomslayer.
Let me see here.
13 years ago.
Yeah, this was 13 years ago. Just we still got some time. I won't go over the.
You just want to get to the fight?
Yeah,
Like
I'm
me,
just
who
gonna
don't
skip to
know
the fight.
anything about building the internet.
Go to www.squarespace.com and enter the
Squarespace.
code.
Death
Squarespace.
All right, this was the fight 13 years ago.
Love the
Oh, we
animation.
will look the. Okay.
Fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the next one is gonna be in 3D. It's got to be in 3D.
It's for sure.
And Storm keeping all those shots.
Okay, I've never known Master Chief to catch a missile midair with his hands.
Makes sense.
I like how they use the real sounds from the game. Oh, I miss those sounds. Of Halo 3 days.
Wait, oh, the sticky grenade. Bag at the end.
It's about time we had a good old-fashioned gunfight.
Doom Guy may have an enormously destructive arsenal, but unfortunately his weapons lack versatility.
I hate to admit it, but Chief
There
can
was a
take
lot of
and dish
weapons.
out way more punishment than Doom Guy.
And while defeating Hell sounds awe-inspiring, Doom Guy's enemies weren't that much different from Master Chief's.
This fight was nuts.
The winner is the Master Chief.
So they definitely increased their budget after 13 years. But old episodes are such a treasure. But I'm gonna let you know, Justin, you're gonna have your heart broken. I'm sorry, Master Chief ain't that guy. He ain't that guy. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that you're right. Just because he hasn't had a game come out a successful game come out in a while, and I know Doom, that one.
Also, canonically married to the girl in Animal Crossing, the dog.
Who?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't know, married. I think they're just best friends, but
Nope. They said that they're married.
well, all right then. I mean,
the I can't remember her name. Why can't I?
Isabel.
Isabel. I was like, Bella, Isabel. She's like the golden retriever dog who helps you, who's like in between you and Mr. Nook because he's the landlord, and and he got an assistant, and she was helping you, and then when Smash Brothers was announcing.
That's where I know her from. Okay.
When Smash Brothers was announcing him, our Doom Slayer, the people asked why, and the creator said they're married. Like that was his reasoning that canonically that they're married now, and Nintendo agrees.
It became really popular when in COVID, the two games that were premiering on the same day was Animal Crossing, the new Animal Crossing game, and Doom. So and that was during COVID. So they're like, oh, there's these are two dualities of man, and stuff like that. And it becomes such popular that people just started meshing the two worlds together. Like, so they're like, oh, that Doom and Isabel are best friends, and it became so funny where like.
I didn't say. Hold on. Animal Crossing is a wholesome game. Also, the song that dropped with Isabel, and like the metal mix goes so hard. Are you about to pull it up?
Yeah, I can pull it up real quick. Pull up the memes and stuff like that.
My whole body just flexed.
Maybe they'll talk. Maybe they'll talk about it. Yeah, the second is married.
That one. Oh, that one right there.
The life was quiet all around.
Oh my
Your
god.
little island, nice and non-violent. But everything turned upside down when a new guy came to town. We got along, he showed me ways to craft and test things that cut intestines. Said we could party at his place all the holidays. It's just what I need.
No. You're not doing all that without starting to
The transition from indie rock to metal to pop rock is amazing.
Yeah, so this was honestly one of the best things to come out of them releasing on the same day. I forgot. I think there was another something that was releasing on the same day that people just started meshing well together. But like the developers of both games were just so amazing. Like there was one time where it was an Animal Crossing direct coming out or more news. There's a video coming out and the Doom like Twitter feed asked like, is Isabel gonna be in this? So yeah, they're just all about it. But overall, you guys have any final thoughts about the battle?
about
The battle we watched earlier.
the battle we watched earlier. I think it was bogus, but
Look,
I'll
Mahito
accept my loss.
stood game, threw some hands. Mahito got spilled across the floor. He was done. It was over.
Mojito.
Mahito.
Da, 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 da. Mojito.
I have no comments.
Why your cell phone case broken?
Yeah, I was really afraid that Mahito was going to take this with his domain expansion, but it makes sense that Shigaraki won. Shigaraki is a really great villain, and I'm excited for what's to come next. This is going to be a really roaded out gun show. Pretty excited to see what Doom's got. Doom got biceps. I don't know if Master Chief got biceps like that.
I'm
Yeah,
starting to lose confidence in Master Chief because I know he hasn't had a game come out in a while, and this is a rematch.
If I had to give Chief some, like he did accomplish some stuff. He got some thighs, but also like Chief. Okay, Doomslayer doesn't have the arsenal Chief has. So my point I'm about to make is Doomslayer didn't need it to fight his enemies and win.
Unless we're talking about live action Master Chief. He had some combat moves. Yeah.
Live action Master Chief?
Yeah, you haven't seen it?
No.
Halo?
No.
I know what we're doing tonight.
I heard that show sucked.
You suck.
It got canceled, didn't it?
They canceled after the second season at least. They gave it another chance.
Yeah, they turned like the aliens into zombies or something.
Okay, well, we don't have to talk. I haven't seen second season yet, so I can't judge it. But first season was pretty dope.
If you say so, the true Halo fans hate it.
Maybe.
But all right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you, Justin and Jonah. Jonah, hopefully you can join us for the next one, which is Master Chief versus Doom Guy or Doom Slayer.
If I lose next time, it's because of Jonah. He's bad luck for me.
But thank you guys so much for checking out this reaction. Make sure to like and subscribe. All in all, stay crunchy.
I like that. I like staying crunchy.